Well, I'd always heard that the Martin Agency was filled with like the best people. It was like good and tough is their motto. So when I went there, I kept that kind of in my mind. And as I was talking to people, I just realized that everybody was super nice. And I thought, okay, well, this is crazy. I'm either being mass manipulated on a wide scale, or everybody is actually just the best of the best. And by that, I mean just inside your heart. And so the reason I chose Martin was because the people there are, in fact, good and tough.
It's not just a spreadsheet. I think meeting people and writing down their phone number, even if it's on your forearm, and having a face-to-face is really important. You shouldn't treat your Google Doc like your job-finding Bible.
Friendship, first and foremost. I remember going out with her once I started, and I told her that I not only want to be someone who grows with you professionally, but it'd be awesome for you to also be a friend that I can tell about the random escapades that I have in New York. And why that's been super beneficial to me is because it allows her to help me not only just grow as a better strategist, but grow as a professional as well.
There's a few challenging pieces of transitioning into the career side after leaving school, and a lot of them were things that I wasn't really expecting to be surprised by. I think the biggest difficulty was transitioning to a completely new city. I was super excited to move to New York, but you have to relearn everything. You have to figure out all the ins and outs of the city. You have to do dumb things like figure out what restaurants suck and which ones don't, all at the same time of moving to a new place, at the same time of starting a new job, meeting all sorts of new people, leaving lots of great people, and moving to a place that you've never been before that's super far away from your family. I think having all of those things at once is really challenging, and I think it's really challenging as well in terms of like the work environment. It's really difficult to realize that you're in a completely different bubble than you were before. You don't know every single person you're around all the time like you did during school, or even if you didn't know them, you had someone that you knew you could ask and talk to them about that, and you don't have that resource. You have to fit into like a circumstance where people are already knowing each other, and you have to insert yourself into that, which is a lot harder than when you all start at the same time. So navigating that is really tough, and I think the thing that's really hard for me that I didn't expect to be super hard was adjusting to a full-time schedule. At Brandcenter, you're able to come in and out whenever you please, do work where you want, whenever you want, and in a work environment, it's just not like that. You don't necessarily have to be there at an exact 9-to-5 schedule, but a lot of times it's pretty similar to that, and that's a little bit difficult for me because I like to kind of fly by the seat of my pants, so things like that are challenging. I'm definitely going to miss the people, and even more so the ability to walk down the street and go hang out with all of my friends in the same spot. That's not something you can get in New York. You have to travel really far to see everyone, and I just want people to go down the block and say hey and hang out with everyone.
The people here are amazing, and I won't take for granted the ambition and the creativity that everybody has in this ethos of a place.
You could have a terrible idea and pitch it to your friends, and they would help you make it, and the next Monday you have this terrible thing that's now awesome because you made it overnight, and everyone's willing to help you with the dumbest stuff. Andrew Levasseur is the best karate teacher I've ever had. He taught me how to punch through a solid cinder block, and I never thought I could do that, but he believed in me, and that's important.
The people. If there was ever a time that you were going to be surrounded by people who are going to go all over, it's now, and you want to make that connection and that network while you're here.
The people!
Love it.